Good afternoon from Potsdam, New York, and welcome inside Maxey Hall Pool on the campus of SUNY Potsdam. I'm Carmia Carista. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for a combined men's and women's swimming meet as the Potsdam Bears take on St. Michael's College. We'll see the events alternate between the women's and men's sides throughout the day, giving us a full slate of races in the pool as both teams look to settle in and establish their rhythm early on. For SUNY Potsdam, today is another opportunity to compete at home in familiar waters. Something swimmers often talk about as a major advantage, knowing the walls, the timing of the flags, and the overall feel of the pool can make a difference in close races. On the other side, St. Michael's makes the trip to Potsdam, looking to set an important mark here tonight, just as important to the top end speed here we're going to see on their end. As the swimmers finish up warm-ups and get set behind the blocks, we're going to take a moment to walk you through how today's meet will unfold. Events will progress from shorter sprints into longer distance races as the afternoon goes on, testing not just speed but endurance and strategy as well. We'll break that down just very shortly. Don't go anywhere as the first meet is just about to be underway. welcome back into Potsdam, New York, as we're just about to be underway here. Again, it is SUNY Potsdam hosting St. Michael's College in a showdown here in the pool, as we're going to break some things down for you just briefly. Happy to be back here in upstate New York after my long trip out to Colorado Springs. To my Colorado family tuning in, we appreciate you tuning in all the way on the Central Time, as it is only 10 a.m. out there right now. As we're going to get things going here, the first event we're starting off with is the women's 200-yard medley relay. In lane 2, it's going to be St. Michael's. Starting things off will be Shay Callan, the sophomore, and following after into the water will be Ashley Mead, the junior, with the third spot, Ariana Pita, the senior, Adriana Richardson, the freshman, ending things off for that set of a team. In lane 3, it is going to be Catherine Nelson starting things off, the senior here for SUNY Potsdam, following Catherine Steves, Leo Plaza, and Madison Mitchell, the junior, the team for SUNY Potsdam. And in lane 4, it's going to be St. Michael's hosting another team, Madeline Walt, the junior, Olivia Larson, the freshman, Hannah Steen, the junior, and Sydney McSweeney, the freshman. As you can see, the swimmers prep here as they take to their blocks. One of the unique things about the combined meet like this is the pace. There's very little downtime between the meets, plenty of time between the heats, which gives swimmers a chance to reset mentally and physically before stepping back up to the blocks. You'll often see swimmers using those moments to visualize their race, focusing on starts, turns, finishes, little details that can decide the race by hundredths of a second. Even early in the meet, coaches are watching closely, not just for results, but for technique. Again, the women's 200-yard medley relay about to begin here, about to start off the meet. Again, in lane 2, starting things off for St. Michael's is going to be Shay Callanan. In lane...
Move down one more so the camera sees.
In lane 3, it'll be Catherine Nelson, the senior here for SUNY Potsdam, starting things off, and Madeline Walt, the junior, in lane 4 for St. Michael's. Up next will be the men's 200-yard medley relay. As things are just about to be underway. Head coach for the SUNY Potsdam swimming and diving team, Emily Murray, did an excellent job revamping this program. And Eileen Hall, the head coach for St. Michael's College. As the 16th season for her, you'll see the swimmers entering into the water in their start positions. And we're off to the races as things are underway. Up for breath first in lane 2 is Shay Callan. As they're moving elegantly through the water here, flip off the wall, propelling himself underwater and up for air. Leading the way here in lane 4, it's Madeline Walt in this 200-yard medley relay, about a body length away. She's looking to bring it. And into the water enters Ashley Mead here for St. Michael's, as she has a pretty great start to get things going. Breaststroke now going on for this relay. You got St. Michael's looking to continue to build this gap here. As Catherine Steves looks to close out here, slowly closing this gap. Freshman Leo Plaza entering into the water for SUNY Potsdam. Looking to make time now. As it's Ariana Pita who's leading the way for St. Michael's in lane 4. Body length away. Plaza looking to close the gap. And off into the water on the final stretch here. Madison Mitchell in the water for SUNY Potsdam. Ariana Richardson for St. Michael's. Richardson looking to pull it on home here. Strong finish at the end. And she'll touch the time pad, securing first place. A time of 2 minutes on the dot. SUNY Potsdam securing second with a time of 2:05. And St. Michael's also taking third with 2:07. That concludes the first event here in this swimming meet. Up next is the men's 200-yard medley relay. As lane 1 will consist, lane 2 will consist of St. Michael's, Robert Riccabon, Gavin Nelson, Hunter Daly, Ryan McCaffrey. In lane 3, it'll be SUNY Potsdam's Jackson Korn, Tyler Schmidt, Zach Delorme, and Matt Bridge. Lane 4, it's going to be St. Michael's, Connor Krabach, Dylan Reichel, JJ Kane, Alex Mee, and in lane 6 for St. Michael's, Liam Jordan, Aiden Shaw, Ethan Liu, and Alec Kralonsky. Swimmers will enter into the water as we prep to get this event underway. And the horn will sound. We're off to the races. Coming up for air first in lane 2, that is Robert Riccabon for St. Michael's. Propelling himself off the wall. Good flip turn there as look to get things going. Breaststroke now, second of 4. Leading the way in lane 2, again, it's St. Michael's. This time in the water, Hunter Daly, as he looks to finish strong, and Gavin Nelson will now enter in. He'll come up from air. And final push here, closing in feet. Ryan McCaffrey in the water for St. Michael's. Propelling himself off the wall. He'll come up from air as he pushes for this final stretch. As he'll look to close out with a time of 1:44, securing first place. Securing second, touching the time pad, is Group 4 for St. Michael's. A time of 1:45. Up next, we're going to head into the women's 1,000-yard freestyle. In lane 2, Shay Callanan from St. Michael's. Lane 3, Allie Schoen from SUNY Potsdam. Lane 4, Madeline Walsh from St. Michael's. And Riley Bodrin from St. Michael's in lane 6. runners will take to their blocks. On their marks, into the water as we're off to the races. Coming up first for air in lane 4, Madeline Walt from St. Michael's. Strong tempo early on in this freestyle. The swimmers settling into a good rhythm here. Leading the way in lane 4, Madeline Walt from St. Michael's. As you can see from her, a good balance between speed and control right now. Again, Shay Callan from St. Michael's, lane 2. Allie Schoen in lane 3 from SUNY Potsdam. Madeline Walt in lane 4. And Riley Bedoin in lane 6 for St. Michael's. A long distance event here. As you can see these swimmers maintaining speed and consistency here, not trying to blow the tank completely in an early start. Madeline Walt, the good lead right now for St. Michael's. Current time stand at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, just about a quarter of the way into this race. You can see the swimmers staying relaxed, still aggressive here. Lots of time left to go in this one. Just now hitting the 4-minute mark. Again, you can see them maintaining efficiency through the middle here. As we now just hit the 5-minute mark. Swimmers pushing here. Longest event in this meet. Up next will be the men's 1,000-yard freestyle. Following in lane 2, it'll be consisted of completely the St. Michael's squad. Got Calvin Baird, the junior, will be in lane 2. Raphael Cole, lane 4. Nate Alexander in lane 6. All completely from St. Michael's. They'll see that just up after this one. And just a friendly reminder, Shay Collinen from St. Michael's is in lane 2. Ali Schoen in lane 3 from SUNY Potsdam. Madeline Walt in lane 4 from St. Michael's. And Riley Bedoin in lane 6. Madeline Walt maintaining a decent lead here for St. Michael's, as you can see her propelling off the wall there. She's coming up for air as she looks to continue this push. 6-minute mark as these swimmers look to continue to progress. Good balance between speed and control here, as just about halfway through this 1,000-yard freestyle. As we now just hit that 8-minute mark. $27 for lane 2, $23 for lane 3, now $30 for lane 4, and $29 for lane 6. $8:30 on the time clock as they continue to push out this 1,000-yard freestyle. Again, still maintaining a really great lead here for St. Michael's. In lane 4, it's Madeline Walt. She looks to complete her 32nd lap. Eileen Hall, the head coach here for this St. Michael's College. She returns for her 16th season as the head coach for both the men's and women's swimming programs. She's ranked 17th overall with the teams. And she claims to every school swimming record as the longest tenured and winningest women's swimming and diving head coach in college history for St. Michael's. And she just trails behind Jim Donahue from the 1970 swim coach, with just 6 wins for the men's victories mark. She began her 4-year term on the NCAA Men's and Swimming Diving Rules Committee in the fall of 2021 as the NCAA Division II representative, and she's also the college's aquatics director. You can see all of the awards here, an abundance of awards. She's an accolade. She's helped bring for this team 2 NCAA championship B cuts, 2 NE10 championship event champions, 10 NE10 all-conference qualifiers, 1 NESIDA championship event champion, 1 CSCAA individual scholar all-American honor, 12 college sports communicators academic all districts honors, 1 NE10 Elite 24 award honor, 14 NE10 academic all conference honors, 1 NEISDA all academic honors, 17 CSCAA team scholar all American awards, 1 NE10 team academic excellence award, as well as an abundance of others, and that was just for the men's side of things. As you look to push out here, the final push in the closing yards. Touch the time pad, and she'll secure first again. That is Madeline Walt in lane 4, the time of 11:28. Lane 2 on their final lap here as they're building toward the wall now, propelling himself forward. Shay Callan from St. Michael's looking to finish out strong. Again, up next will be the men's 1,000-yard freestyle. It'll be lane 2, Calvin Baird from St. Michael's. Lane 4, Raphael Cowell from St. Michael's. And in lane 5, Nate Alexander. The Allie Schoen looking to finish out strong here for SUNY Potsdam as she looks to close out. Again, it'll be the lone slate of St. Michael's swimmers competing against themselves. Calvin Baird in lane 2, Raphael Cole in lane 4, Nate Alexander in lane 6. I'm going to take a brief step away. The camera will still be on, but we'll be right back very shortly after this event. We'll break And the women's 200-yard freestyle with Adriana Richardson, lane 2, Madison Mitchell, lane 3, Ashley Mead, lane 4, Leo Plaza, and lane 5, and Rachel DeMarco in lane 6. Ashley Mead a good lead here, following not too far behind Leo Plaza. As Plaza looks to close here, slowly gaining speed on Mead. Efficient here. Mead only by an arm stroke away. Plaza propelling off the water. Up for air. It's going to be close as Plaza looks to close out on Mead. Neck and neck as Plaza slowly inches forward. Mead trying to pull away. Off the wall, Mead now getting a slight lead, about 2 strokes away. Plaza trying to close the distance. It's going to be close. Mead now gaining a lead here, trying to pull away. Flipping off the wall, propelling herself forward. Plaza now trying to close distance. Time pad touch. Mead will secure first. Plaza not to be outdone second. 2:10.27 and 2:10.93, just short of under a second of a differential there. Any point of a second, though, makes a difference in this sport. And up next here is the men's 200-yard freestyle. Alex Meek from St. Michael's, the senior, in lane 2. Jackson Korn from SUNY Potsdam, lane 3. Connor Krabach from St. Michael's, lane 4. Demi Shervoni in lane 5 from SUNY Potsdam, and in lane 6, Michael Dormer from St. Michael's, as the men's 200-yard freestyle is just about to start. Swimmers will step up onto the blocks and take to their marks. Off to the races we are. They're on to enter into the water. Coming up first for air, that is going to be lane 4, and that is Connor Krabach from St. Michael's. Good flip off the wall here, as it looks like we got a lead now in lane 2. That's going to come out of Alex Meek from St. Michael's. As Meek looks to pull forward in lane 4, Connor Krabach, not too far behind. Long, smooth strokes through the water here. Again, it's 2 leading the way as the other swimmers look to catch up and fall behind. Just hitting the minute mark on the time clock here, as Meek propelling himself off the wall, settling into a good rhythm. for a strong finish, securing first. It's going to be from lane 4, and that is Connor Quebec from St. Michael's, a time of 1:46.68, securing second. Lane 2, also from St. Michael's, with the time of 1:48.88. That's Alex Meek. Up next, the women's 50-yard freestyle, the quick sprint race. In lane 2, Sydney McSweeney from St. Michael's. Lane 3, Delaney Jesse from SUNY Potsdam. Hannah Steen in lane 4 from St. Michael's. Amelia Bohr from SUNY Potsdam in lane 5. And Livy Warnes in lane 6 from St. Michael's. The quick sprint race here. Things look to be underway. Into the water, and now up for air. It's going to be lane 5, Amelia Bohr coming out strong. And St. Michael's taking a quick lead, as in lane 2, it'll be Sydney McSweeney pulling away. Touch the time pad. A first place finish for St. Michael's. Heading into the men's 50-yard freestyle from SUNY Potsdam, Matt Bridge. Lane 1, JJ Kane from St. Michael's. Lane 2, Tyler Schmidt. Lane 3 from SUNY Potsdam, Ryan McCaffrey. In lane 4 from St. Michael's, Tyler Tice. Lane 5 from SUNY Potsdam, and Ben Inslee. Lane 6 from St. Michael's. The final adjustments before the start. You can see the officials checking the field one more time. There was an issue with the time clock before. Going to give a brief test here. Swimmers try to stay warm here. They're going to reset the clock. And we're going to take a brief step away as they figure out the time clock. Don't go anywhere. We're going to jump right back into the men's 50-yard. And the swimmers will step onto the blocks now. Welcome back after that kink. It's all fixed now. We're going to jump right back into the men's 50-yard freestyle. To the marks, off to the races we are. And up first for air all the way. In lane 5, Tyler Tice from SUNY Potsdam. Swimmers propel off the wall. And leading the way in lane 2, J.J. Kane from St. Michael securing first. The time of 23:65 in lane 4, Ryan McCaffrey from St. Michael in second. Time of 24:99 in lane 2, J.J. Kane also from St. Michael's up next. The women's 200-yard. In lane 2, Ariana Pita from St. Michael's. Lane 3, Catherine Steves from SUNY Potsdam. Aiden Walsh in lane 4 from St. Michael's. And Nola Kloss in lane 6 from St. Michael's. So swimmers will step up onto the blocks now. Take to their marks. And strong reaction times off the blocks coming up from air. It'll be Steves first. As she'll propel herself off of the wall. It's Catherine Steves from SUNY Potsdam with the lead as she looks to pull through. Now into the backstroke. Steve settling into a good rhythm here. Beautiful turn off the wall. Aiden Walsh here. Slowly pushing by Steve. As we now head into the breaststroke, and Steve's looking to pull ahead again here. This one neck and neck. Smooth turn so far. The wall work is what matters. It helps. As they're both neck and neck. It's Catherine Steves and Aiden Walsh. Steves just leading here by 0.2 of a second. As she now gets a lead about an arm stroke away. Propelling off the wall, looking to bring this one home. Neck and neck. Walsh now trying to catch back up. Looking to bring this one home. Touch the side pad. And it'll be Catherine Steves securing it for SUNY Potsdam. Time of 2:22:32, not to be outdone. The time of 2:22:42. Aiden Walsh from St. Michael's. Beautiful outing there for Catherine Steves. As we now head to the men's 200. And with that, in lane 2, it'll be Liam Jordan from St. Michael's. Lane 3, Zach Delorme from SUNY Potsdam. Raphael Cowell from St. Michael's in lane 4, and Lucas Haynes in lane 6, the sophomore from St. Michael's. Clean start across the pool here. As we see our first wall turn of this event. Up for air first, it is lane 2. And that's Liam Jordan from St. Michael's. Backstroke now. Jordan taking the lead. Stroke away here from Raphael Cowie in lane 4. Got a new leader here, and that's going to be Raphael Cowell, St. Michael's, as he surpasses Liam Jordan. Cowell on the move, as he's now a body length away. Distance in between, he'll flip off the wall. Looking for a strong finish here as he continues to pull the distance. Raphael Cowell, he'll touch the time pad, securing first place, the time of 2:05.69. Up next will be the women's diving and men's diving portion of this broadcast. I will step away for brief intermission, and I'll catch back up with you in the women's 100-yard butterfly just shortly. Swimmers propelling themselves through the water now, off the wall. And clean start across the pool. Steve's here again. Strong lead. Steve's leading the way. In lane 5, Racha not too far behind. Excuse me, Walt. And a good strong finish, securing first place. Catherine Steves, the time of 1:03:56 for SUNY Potsdam. Up next, the men's 100-yard. Lane 2, Nate Alexander. Lane 3, Zach Delorme from SUNY Potsdam. Ben Inslee from lane 4, St. Michael's. Lane 6, Hunter Daly. Again, the men's 100-yard butterfly. Lane 2, Alexander Nate. Lane 3, Zach Delorme. Ben Inslee. Lane 4, Hunter Daly. Lane 6. Swimmers will take to the blocks. And controlled power off the start here. Strong dolphin kick off the wall as leading the way here in lane 4, Ben Inslee from St. Michael's. About 2 strokes away. Arm staying strong through the water here. Again, it's Inslee. Off the wall. Digging deep. Her strong finish. Touch the time pad, securing first place. Again, that's Ben Inslee. Up next, the women's 100-yard freestyle lane 1 is Delaney Jesse from SUNY Potsdam, Aiden Walsh. Lane 2, Leo Plaza. Lane 3, Hannah Steen. Lane 4, Amelia Bohr. Lane 5, Mary Mangelli. Lane 6. Runners to their marks. And we're off to the races. First person up for air. Lane 5, Amelia Bohr leading the way. In lane 2, Aiden Walsh from St. Michael's touching the block first. Hannah Steen pulling ahead now for St. Michael's as she'll propel herself forward. Maintaining efficiency through the middle here. Too far behind. Leo Plaza looking to close out the distance for SUNY Potsdam. Touching the time pad, securing first place. It's going to be Hannah Steen for St. Michael's. Up next, the men's 100-yard freestyle in lane 2, JJ Kane. Lane 3, Jackson Korn from SUNY Potsdam. Lucas Haynes from St. Michael's. Lane 4, Matt Bridge. And lane 5 from SUNY Potsdam. And Aiden Shaw in lane 6 from St. Michael's. Runners to their marks. Into the water they go. Good strong start here. It is lane 4 coming up for air first. Lucas Haynes from St. Michael's. Relaxed but aggressive here. As they settle into a good rhythm. Again, leading the way in lane 4, Lucas Haynes. Body length away here as Haynes has a great lead. Touch the time pad, securing first place. Again, that's Lucas Haynes from St. Michael's College. Up next, the women's 100-yard backstroke, lane 2. Olivia Warnes, lane 3. Catherine Nelson, lane 4. Olivia Larson, lane 5. Julie Lamontia, and in lane 6, Rachel DeMarchio. From just the marks off to the races. Good tempo right out of the water. Leading the way is Olivia Larson in lane 4. Larson 2 body distances away. Smooth and efficient turns here. Larson looking to touch the wall. Olivia Larson securing first. Up next, the men's 100-yard backstroke, lane 2. Gavin Nelson, lane 3. Tyler Tice, lane 4. Alex Meek in lane 6. Rick Vaughn. Good clean start here across the board. Alex Meek with about a stroke away lead here. Staying balanced on the back. Now about 2 body lengths away. That's Alex Meek in lane 4. Looking to secure this one for St. Michael's College. Touch the time pad, securing first, the time of 59:21. Up next, the women's 500-yard freestyle, lane 2, Riley Bedoin from St. Michael's, Allie Schoen, lane 3 from SUNY Potsdam, Shay Callanan from St. Michael's, lane 4, and Kola Kloss from St. Michael's, lane 6. As the runners will step up onto the blocks. Take to their marks, off to the races. First up for air, lane 4. Shay Callanan from St. Michael's leading the way, in lane 2, Riley Bedoin. Riley Bedoin leading the way here for St. Michael's, about 2 strokes of a lead as she looks to pull away, gaining distance between her teammate. Shay Callanan, off the wall she goes. Beautiful turn there. Nice balance between speed and control. As these swimmers maintain efficiency through the middle now. That's Riley Bedoin from St. Michael's continuing this lead here. Long, smooth strokes through the water. Again, Riley Bedoin keeping and maintaining this lead for St. Michael's. In lane 2. Riley Bedoin from St. Michael's continuing this lead in lane 2 as we just reached the 5-minute mark on the time clock. Final one here for Riley Bedoin as she looks to bring this one on home for St. Michael's College. She'll touch the time pad, securing first place, the time of 5:45.63. A strong finish out for the rest of the swimmers. Up next is the men's 500-yard freestyle. Lane 2 will consist of Calvin Baird from St. Michael's, Demi Schiavone from SUNY Potsdam. Lane 3, Raphael Cowell from Lane 4 from St. Michael's, and Lou Ethan in Lane 6 also from St. Michael's. It'll be coming up just after this one closes out. Again, securing first place, the time of 5:45.63. That was St. Michael's Riley Bedoin. Off to the races. Good clean start across the board here. First for air, that's lane 6, Ethan Liu. Strong tempo early in this freestyle. There's a good lead coming from lane 4, Raphael Collin from St. Michael's. Got a body length of a distance in between him and second place. As the swimmers settle into a good rhythm here, not trying to burn all of their energy early on. Raphael Cowell leading the way for St. Michael's. Again, long, smooth strokes through the water here for these men's 500-yard freestyle swimmers. Just now approaching that 2-minute mark on the time clock. Swimmers maintaining efficiency through the middle now, as it's Raphael Cowell, huge lead. Cowell, good balance between speed and control here. As we approach the 3-minute mark on the clock. Staying relaxed but aggressive as these swimmers continue to push. Four-minute mark now. Again, it's Raphael Cowell as he leads the way for St. Michael's College. 17 in for him. Five-minute mark. And a good strong finish here for Raphael Cowell. He secures first place with a time of 5:04.69. Securing second in lane 2, Calvin Baird from St. Michael's College. The time of 5:16.26. Up next will be the women's 3-meter diving and the men's 3-meter diving. I'm going to take a step away. We'll be joined right back together very shortly as we head into the women's 100. The women's 100-yard breaststroke underway. Katie Rocha, lane 2, St. Michael's. Leah Christine Hunt, lane 3, SUNY Potsdam. Olivia Larson, lane 4, St. Michael's. Leading the way in lane 4, Olivia Larson. Olivia Larson, first place finish, time of 1:20.56. Up next, the men's 100-yard breaststroke, Dillian Reichel, sophomore from St. Michael's, lane 2, Tyler Schmidt, lane 3, SUNY Potsdam. Hunter Daly in lane 4, the junior from St. Michael's, and in lane 6, Alex Kalinaska from St. Michael's. Swimmers will take to the blocks. Into the marks. Into the water we go. And it'll be Tyler Schmidt coming up for air first. Good timing early in the breaststroke. A strong pull out off the wall. So you can see swimmers staying patient through every glide. Leading the way in lane 2, it's going to be Dylan Reichel from St. Michael's as he leads the pack. See him touch off the wall. Efficiency is key in this stroke, and it's going to be close here between lanes 2 and 4. Dylan Reichel and Hunter Daly. And it'll be Hunter Daly securing first, the time of 1:04.64. Not to be outdone, Dylan Reichel, 1:05.50, both from St. Michael's College. So we now head into the women's 200-yard freestyle relay, and lane 2, the team of Adriana Richardson, Rachel D'Amico, Livy Warnes, and Riley Bedouin makes up lane 2 for SUNY Potsdam. The team of Amelia Bohr, Catherine Nelson, Emma Montgomery, and Madison Mitchell make up the team in lane 3 for St. Michael's. It'll be Ashley Mead, Aiden Walsh, Mary Mongelli, Sydney McSweeney in lane 4 that makes up that team. And in lane 5 for SUNY Potsdam, Julia Labtinia, Leigh Kristen Hunt, Natalie Mullen, and Delaney Jesse make up the team in lane 5. As the swimmers enter into the water, also in lane 6, Ariana Pita swimming right now, following after Katie Rocha, Nola Kloss, and Madeline Walt. Good strong start here in lane 4. That is Ashley Mead swimming for St. Michael's. Entering in now, Emma Montgomery for SUNY Potsdam in lane 3. Also keeping consistency in lane 4. That is Marriott Mongelli for St. Michael's as they lead the way. And into the water, the last swimmer for lane 4 and the team of Sydney McSweeney. She'll propel herself off the wall looking for a strong finish. Touching the time pad, securing first place. This time a 1:49.99. St. Michael's, the team of Ashley Mead, Aiden Walsh, Mary Mongelli, and Sydney McSweeney. One more final event to this meet. It'll be the men's 200-yard freestyle relay coming up just in a brief moment. In lane 2, we're going to see the team for St. Michael's of Liam Jordan, Nate Alexander, Gavin Nelson, Robert Rickman. In lane 4, also from St. Michael's, Connor Quitback, Ben Inslee, Ryan McCaffey, Lucas Haynes, and also from St. Michael's in lane 6, Aiden Shaw, Calvin Baird, Dylan Rigi, and Michael Dormer. Good strong start here off the block. Leading the way is lane 2. That's Liam Jordan from St. Michael's. Good movement through the water, propelling off the wall. And now in the water, it is Gavin Nelson for this second lane team here. And looking for a strong finish. Be a push here from lane 4. Touching time pad, securing first. Time of 1:33.34. The team of Connor Quitchback, Ben Inslee, Ryan McCaffrey, and Lucas Haynes. And that'll conclude tonight's meet. Again, my name's Carmia Carista. Thank you so much for joining us.